Hi, welcome to Rig Talk with Bam. Check this out. So let's get right into it. So through the years of playing live shows with Van Halen tribute bands for a few years, Motley Crue tribute band, various cover bands, I found out what works live on stage in a mix are these settings. And I have not changed these settings since my last show. Presets that are already loaded on Axe-Fx or ones that you can buy, I have done that in lieu of lugging this half stack around, and it sounded great in the headphones, you know, sitting in your underwear in your bedroom, playing to a click track or an imported drum loop. Then figured out when I got to the show, things fell apart. It sounded thin. Just didn't sound as good as it did in those headphones, especially when you put it in a mix with a drummer, bass guitars, if you got a keyboard, a couple vocalists, and then you figure out that nobody can hear you. And so you crank the volume up, that's really not doing it, because you know it's really the mids and presence and different things, you know, to get that guitar out there in a good way, a classy way. Instead of using an amp block in Axe-Fx, I just 4-cable method and then just use the EVH or whatever tube amp to supply the signal as what an amp block would do in the Axe-Fx. Because it took a while to figure out how to get that sticky, sweet goodness, stereo width with bite on it to fit in the mix well. So that's exactly what I created. So I took all those characteristics and carefully crafted that in there. So to represent the best way to represent a tube amp and the way it feels under the fingers and the air that it has and just the certain percussive power that it has, especially when palm muting. So each of the 3 presets have 8 scenes. Number 1 is your rhythm. Scene 2 is your rhythm with phase. And then you have rhythm with flange, like in Unchained. And then you have rhythm with slow flange, like Hear About It Later. And then you have the scene with solo. And then you have one with solo with phase. And then after that, on each preset, number 7 is cathedral. So I put that in each preset. And of course, the 8th scene is your tuner muted, for God's sakes. And so that's on each preset in the box, the Trinity box set, which will be uploaded today on Gumroad and available, will be the EL34 preset, which is the 4-cable method. Good thing is though, is that whatever effects are before the amp will play on your tube amp on stage. I made sure that, you know, if there's going to be flange or phase or wah, I need to hear it from that on stage also. So that will be uploaded today. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'm always updating. So if you do decide to get the box set or this EL34 preset, is every time I put an update, it will send you a message saying that another version has been updated to the newest version. So little bugs, little things I figure out that make it better, make it more organic, or that I find on stage that's like, oh wow, I wish I could do this, and I figure out how to do that, then I will update it. All right, so thank you, appreciate it.